I started my career after graduate school. I went to business school as a commercial banker at Sharm Bank in Boston. And as I like to say these days, please don't hold that against me that I was a banker. But I stayed 6 years, and it was a great foundation. I did not like working in a strict, difficult culture. It was not for me. And then I left in 1982 and started a consulting firm. My focus very quickly became working with pretty challenged, financially challenged companies.
Troubled companies.
Troubled companies. It's, more or less. Some 2 days from bankruptcy, and some that we can really
Who
create
should be in
results.
bankruptcy.
Some of them just collapse before they can even get there. But in any event.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to give the audience a sense of who's talking, that's all.
So, all in all, I've worked with over 500 companies.
Wow.
Typically what we might call entrepreneurial, typically we might call lower middle market. Employees of between 25 and 250 typically. Sales typically on the low side, $5 million. On the high side, let's say 100 million. Generally privately held, 50% family owned. And, I've had a pretty good run. It's been going into my 33rd year. And it's been very rewarding. It's really nice when you go to see a former client and he introduces you as the guy who saved his life, which, by the way, is correct in that case. But in any event, so over the years, I've become intrigued with a variety of issues which are critical to what I try to do. And let me make clear, by the way, what I try to do, I don't always succeed. It's not easy. And one of the impediments, by the way, are difficult owners. Oftentimes, I heard it said many years ago, troubled companies are the result of troubled CEOs. And that's largely correct. The last time I was here, in fact, I was talking about a book I was writing, and what I was doing was looking at 25 CEOs of clients of mine who've gotten into severe difficulty, and I was also looking at 25 CEOs of successful entrepreneurial companies, looking for what the differences are and what that would suggest in terms of what behaviors would be appropriate for a successful CEO. And we actually drilled down to using a behavioral assessment instrument to look at those contrasts, which was very helpful. Now, fast forward 5 years, the book's not done. It's difficult. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been
Books are much more difficult than anyone realizes.
If people ask me today about writing a book, I actually have a very simple term: ghostwriter.
Yeah.
And that actually does help, the process if you work together effectively with a ghostwriter.
I had 6 chapters in my book, and I was done, and my publisher said, send me the book. We're publishing it now. And
Right.
and I actually had 8 chapters, sorry. And they ended up just taking 6. He said, forget those 2. We don't have time. Go.
Well, that says that I'm not sure what your thrust was, but it says whatever it is you were doing was cogent, and that's really the key to any book, at least as far as I'm concerned. But what I want to talk about today is something really different. Not the issues with respect to the CEO, entrepreneur, owner, but the significance of the administrative and operational practices of an entrepreneurial company and how important actually they are to the success of the company. In fact, what I've learned over the years is that it's a heck of a lot easier and often more productive to focus down at the administrative and organizational level as opposed to trying to dramatically change the behavior of the CEO. As long as you can get buy-in, you can make a lot of progress.